Cadet will be down on the grid shortly with Anthony Jordan. And our Junior Rotax final will be up next. You can see the grid being formed. Big grid, this one. We started with the repechage this morning, pre-final, that then set the grid for this one. And hopefully we can head down to Anthony Jordan with the drivers here for the Junior Rotax final.
Our driver who's starting on pole position on this one, Macauley Bishop. Macauley, this is going to be, well, the championship's done. It's just a race for you now, and you're going to try and win it. Pole position, trophy, and a championship. That's how you want to win the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a good season, really consistent. Managed to tie up before the final, so it's been good.
Yeah, exactly. For you now, it's just elbows out, get it to the end, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll let you crack on, mate. We'll let you get you seated. Leon Hasty starting alongside on him as well for Thule Motorsport. That is going to be a good one. Moulton starting there as well. Ethan Jeff Hall, another driver who's fighting on this top spot. Grandstand is packed at the moment because everyone is looking forward to watching this race. Do you reckon they're all here to watch you, Ethan? I reckon they're all here to watch you.
I'm not sure. There might be a few, but certainly not everyone.
Championship obviously pretty much settled, but you've still got a fight on your hands here, haven't you? And you start on the outside row. It's tricky to start on the outside row here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a tough one, but hopefully we can get around the first lap cleanly.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how the race goes from there.
Yeah, again, it's all just a mental game from start to finish, isn't it? And for you as well, it's been a tough season, but like you say, you're going to be changing that number 5 to something else at the end of this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, excellent, mate. Well done. We'll let you crack on. Enjoy this one. Get yourself ready. Mr. Graham here as well. Joshua Graham, who I don't like this. You've got junior drivers who are taller than me. I don't like it. Yeah. Joshua, you're getting lined up ready for this one. How are you feeling?
Yesterday it was tough. I mean, today I'm just going to give it my all, make sure I have a clean first couple of laps and make sure I'm hitting the front.
Yeah, that's what we need, isn't it? It's been a fight all the way throughout the season. You know, you've been working hard with Argenti, and for juniors, you know, you've got your teammate alongside you. Is it going to be a work-together game plan, push to the front?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all we need is just points, so anything can happen now.
Yeah, you're fighting for a seeded number, mate, so all points and positions mean points, don't they? Excellent. Best of luck, mate. We'll leave you to it. Joshua Graham there. His teammate starting alongside. Harrison Whittingham. Harrison, teammate there. You're in fight for the seeded numbers. I think you're at like 10th, aren't you, at the moment, isn't it?
10th, 9th.
Yeah, 10th, 9th. So you're in that sort of ballpark, aren't you? So, yeah, last of the seeded numbers. It'd be nice to change it. I mean, what do you prefer? I like the 99 as a number, or do you want to change it to a seeded?
Yeah, I'm normally 66, which only took on number, so we've had to go 99. But it'd be nice that I was seeded number, but Josh is further up the grid, so we'll make sure we're working with him to get him up to the top.
Exactly that, but good stuff. We'll let you crack on, get yourself focused, ready to go. Argenti row 3 lockout there. Further behind, we've got some privateers. Chat to this man, Aidan Hassan. Fantastic beard action going on there. When do you reckon you can grow one of those?
Never.
Never. There we go. Mate, you're starting 4th row, inside row as well. That's an important one. You can do a lot from the inside row here.
Yeah, as long as you keep it tight on the first corner and don't end up on the grass or the barriers, you're fine.
Yeah, that's a good game plan, that is. I'd say stick with that one. But, yeah, for this one, it's been a tough championship, but you've been coming through on this one with your new chassis, obviously, after the disaster that was Kim Bolton with the broken chassis. Now with that one, klaxon blowing. Best of luck in this one, but we wish you the best on your new wagon.
Thank you.
Excellent. There we go. Grid is clearing, and this is a busy old grid all the way down there. Packed grid, Junior Rotax. It's going to be an exciting one. We'll head back up to the commentary box. Andrew Mather and myself, Anthony Jordan. Penultimate race of the day. It's coming up next.
Thank you, Anthony. Yes, indeed. Junior Rotax, race number 24 on our schedules here this weekend at PFI. This is a stacked grid to round out the 2023 season for Junior Rotax in the Wera Tools British Kart Championships. Macauley Bishop, the double champion. What a season he has had. Can he get one more win? He starts from pole position and is joined by Leon Hasty on the front row. Hugh Moulton and Ethan Jeff Hall start on the second row of the grid. Row 3 is an all-Argenti affair with Harrison Whittingham and Joshua Graham starting 5th and 6th. Aiden Hassan, new wagon and all, starts on row 4 alongside Archie Clark. Gustavs Osakovs is looking to follow up a superb final at Warden Law a few weeks ago. Starts on the fifth row of the grid and is joined by Thomas Behrman. Kenzo Craigie, superb run through the repechage and then into the pre-final. Starts this one from row number 6. Look out for Kenzo there in the number 44. Is joined by Thomas Ingram. Hill, Ewan Sharman, winner last time out at Warden Law, starts this one from row 7, is joined by Timo Youngling. Lucas Blanford and Thomas Min Spearing, another driver who came through from the repechage, are on row 8. Armand Hamilton and Harrison Crowther start on row 9. Joshua Smith and Lizzie Mentier form out the 10th row of the grid. Deacon Russell and Shun Sekiguchi start from row 11. Victor Hansen and Oliver Majewski go from row 12. Lewis Goff and Kasper Tomilewski go from row 13. Jack Hobson, plenty of support in the chat, is starting from row 14 alongside William Antrobus. Reg Hayward and Jacob Woods go from row 15. Brandon Truman and Joshua Turnbull on row 16. And then last but not least, Aris Miauskis and Joe Rippon due to start from row 17. Although I think Miauskis doesn't take the start here, can see on our timing information. Right, just the bottom. This is in the pits.
I know that because he's also in the live chat as
of
well.
course.
He's been chatting away in there, talking about other things. Here we go then, biggest grid of the day, and it is Junior Rotax. Green flag goes out, great start again from Bishop, sweeps to the lead, holds on to it. One car taken to the grass as they whiz under the bridge for the first time. So close to the camera as they whiz past, and they make their way up the Tyrone banking for the first time. 3 wide in the background as they all try and jostle their way for position. From that camera angle, and a big contact with the barrier there. And who's that? That looked like it was I think Pearson Bullock Carter, maybe. I don't know if that's a name that's even out in this grid.
We'll track it through in a moment.
Yeah, we'll track it through. I'm not quite sure.
But, at the front of the order, Bishop leads. Deacon Russell has not come through sector number 1. An MLC suit. Yeah, that makes sense. Deacon Russell cart number 13. 13 unlucky for some, and that's not a good way to end the 2023 season. Oh, there's all sorts going on in the midfield. It's Junior Rotax as we know and love it in 2023. And round there is the number 52 going backwards down through the order. End of lap 1, Bishop, Moulton. A good start for Whitcomb up to 3rd. Hasty 4th. Aiden Hassan has moved up off the start, is up to 5th.
Don't know where I got the name Pearson Bullock Carter from. I know he's a driver. I don't know why I said it. Yeah, there you go.
Lewis Goff was the 52, of course, going round and is relegated down to 32nd place. But for Bishop, how many times have we seen it this season? Just so impressive how he starts the races. He makes it look easy, Anthony, but I know it's anything but, particularly when it's such a big field as this.
Yeah, no, exactly that. A couple of carts running a little bit wide there, but all as well as Aiden Hassan dives down the inside of Harrison Whittingham. Whittingham dropping down the order just that little bit now into P7. He's still got his teammate Joshua Graham for company. Oh, and actually it's an Argenti trio here now because Kenzo Craigie has caught up to the back of them. The number 99, the number 88, and the number 44. Something tells me they're a fan of double-digit numbers out there.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Kenzo Craigie again today. It's a big one now up there from Ethan Jeffhall trying to find a way, and that is out of contention at the number 54.
Joe Rippon.
Yeah, Joe Rippon, of course, who came through from the repechage. The Argenti train is very much in form here, and it's trying to get in as many positions as possible. As I think that was Archie Clark going a touch wide, is swarmed at the moment by Argenti runners. As wide goes Kenzo Craigie. But I'd say Kenzo Craigie, it's his first year up into juniors.
Yeah.
By junior standards, still quite a young driver. He has learnt so much this year that he will take, I'm sure, into 2024. But these flashes of when it goes right for him, it really does go right. Took a heat win last time out at Warden Law. I'm really keen to see how he gets on and hopefully staying with Argenti Motorsport for next year.
Yeah, no, exactly that. It's a brilliant team to be a part of. Of course, the Mercedes-backed driver, a lot of support with the Argenti team, with everyone getting involved in that one. But that is the main question. The championship pretty much decided, I think, for first, second and third, really, because Ethan Jeffhall, 738, is not under attack, really, from anyone else here, as Gustav Uzakov sends it down the inside of not 1 but 2 And another driver running a little bit wide there. Timo Youngling, Thomas Behrman, Lucas Blanford all in that one. Harrison Crowther as well. And the Coles kart, you can just see there in the number 17, just trying to get involved as Youngling back down the inside and takes it and gains a couple of positions there.
That was a really nice move from Timo Youngling. Very hard to get one done that cleanly through the Fullerton S's.
Yeah.
So Youngling improves. DHR will be happy with that one. End of lap 4 then. Bishop leads. Only by half a second. Hugh Moulton and Leon Hasty are keeping him honest here. We reckon that Bishop just saving a little bit in that pre-final, and maybe this is why, because the competitors are taking it to him right now. Jeff Hall back up to 4th place, Hassan 5th, Graham Whitcomb, Charman, Craigie and Youngling after that move is your top 10. Who's on the move? Armand Hamilton's up 6 places so far in this race. Joshua Turnbull has gained 11 places since the start, and Brandon Truman as well, nicely making his way through the field.
Yeah, plenty of big movers all the way throughout this one, but like you say, a long way to go in this because, like you say, it's just been, well, it's been a dominant performance here from Macauley Bishop throughout the entire season. I'm looking at the 1s and 2s, and, you know, this is, it's just been a brilliant one. I'm seeing a lot of 1s on your screen there from him.
Yeah, I think the only blot on his copybook was the Glanny Gores final, and in the end it's a drop score. It really has been a superb season in both junior categories. And a driver again. I mean, I've seen Macauley for many years. I remember when he was a cadet. This is where I start to feel very old. You know, back at Wilton Mill, and it's good to see that he's continued to progress, and I'm sure he's going to keep getting stronger and stronger as the years go on. Harrison Crowther is currently your fastest driver out on circuit. He's in 15th place at the moment, but a 57.43, that's a useful bit of pace. Has just got past, or is getting away from Thomas Min-Spearing, trying to close in on Gustav Zusakovs.
There we go. Well, plenty of support coming in on the live chat. Henry Gregory, who was watching from the Tyrone banking. They thought they were being very clever with that when he named the YouTube channel Uncle Tyrone, and made me think, and myself and Henry think, that Jack Hobson did have a uncle called Uncle Tyrone. And that started a whole fiasco, and now why this corner that they're coming through now is called the Tyrone banking, and that's where he's watching from. There we go. Where is Jack Hobson at the moment? He is in 23rd place, 4 places up at the moment.
Indeed. And less than 9 minutes to go in this one. Bit of a breaking of ranks there in the Argenti train. And that may have been Ewan Sharman going down the inside of his teammate Harrison Whitcomb. And Ewan Sharman, who, if you've missed any of the action from this season, you can watch it all back on the Motorsport UK TV platform and Alpha Live. If there's one race in particular that I think you should go and watch, Warden Law final for this category, and Ewan Sharman's push away, having a 5-second penalty, basically going into time trial mode, seeing could he get 5 seconds away from the field. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's very, very exciting.
It is very good. Do feel free to watch that. But after today,
yes.
Yeah, you're watching the live racing now. Watch this. 8 minutes to go. And still, well, Macauley Bishop has not broken away. The gap is 0.3 of a second, and Leon Hasty, who started this one on the front row, is right there in second and closing in with himself and Hugh Moulton.
It is indeed. They're starting to form up behind, and this is a strong trio. Hasty and Moulton had good pace at the end of the pre-final, and of course with the plaudits of Heath and Jeff Hall, we know how good the Strawberry Racing pilot is. Into the second half of this race on the time then. What has Bishop got? Is this a ploy from the champion? Is he just saving the performance for later in the race? Or is this a genuine challenge here from Hasty, Moulton and Jeff Hall? The Argenti group trying to follow. There it is. Headed up by Joshua Graham and Aidan Hassan. I know he knows his place very well, but this is great to see that Aidan Hassan having a good run in the top 10 on for a best result of the year.
Yeah. Be good if you could get a podium as well as down the inside. There goes Ethan Jeff Hall on Hugh Moulton. Gets that one done, no time wasted. Over onto the bridge. But like we're saying, all of them just starting to reel in here. The gap down to 1/10 of a second. Now, Aidan Hassan has not had a top 3 finish in the British Kart Championships this season. He has had top 3 finishes in various other championships this season. but not in the British. So, yeah, I'm sure he'd be delighted with that one. But he's got a bit of work to do ahead of him because he's got the likes of everyone else in front of him. And Ewan Charman has just got ahead of him into P6 as well.
Yeah, it's probably the most difficult for him at the moment, that he is very much right in the middle of Argenti world, which is dominating the second half of the top 10. Key lap this for Bishop. He's just extended the lead out to half a second, was 0.3 quicker. That's a new PB from the race leader, 57.55. Just to note as well in the championship stakes is Jeff Hall trying to get down the inside of Leon Hasty. He's taken third place already, but he loses it again to Hugh Moulton. Well, has there been a bit of a changing of the winds in this race? Jeff Hall looking down the inside again for third place, and he's going to get it. That's a lovely move by Ethan Jeff Hall. He's going to have to hold onto it through hairpin 2, and does. And Joshua Graham's coming into this fight as well there in 5th.
Yeah, this is about a little further behind, though, as everyone's scrapping for position still. The number 57, I think that was, or it could have been Archie Clark who was getting in a battle there as well.
Contact there involving Harrison Whitcomb and Timo Youngling as well. It all kind of stacked up, and Harrison Whitcomb loses out a lot there. Just going to note as well, what a recovery drive from Lewis Goff. We noted him in trouble earlier on in this race, and has fought back up to 21st.
Yes, we did. So he's having a good race, but yeah, that's not gone well for Timo Youngling or Harrison Whitcomb. Unfortunately, they both tumbled down the order. That's a big shame.
Fastest lap of the race, Archie Clark, 57.16. Through goes Ethan Jeff Hall. A bit of communications there. I think these three drivers are trying to get themselves in the fastest order of how they can close up to Hasty and Bishop ahead. They've got 4.5 minutes to do so. I think now Bishop is starting to stretch. Well, we saw potentially a bit of just easing off at the back end of the pre-final. He was saving something here in the main final, and is now starting to show the performance that we expect. Quick check over the shoulder. Gap to Leon Hasty is still 0.62 of a second.
Well, I don't think his pace changed. I think it was just the fact that they started battling behind, and because he didn't defend or nothing changed for him, he just carried on, and so the gap naturally opened back up. But and that's why Leon Hasty as well is still there, and that's why this happened down here, back down the inside. There goes Joshua Graham on Ethan Jeff Hall. Hugh Moulton follows as well. Jeff Hall back down 2 places now into P5, so he will not like that. In fact, he gets one back, and now that actually brings everyone else back in. That's bringing Ewan Charman in, that's bringing Archie Clark, that's bringing Kenzo Craigie. Oh, here we go then. It's all kicking off for the top spots.
I'll tell you what, Joshua Turnbull up 18 spots now, 14th for Joshua Turnbull, and the rate is going, and how many carts we've got in close proximity. A quite strong top 10 is not out of the question for Joshua Turnbull. 3.5 minutes or just under that remaining. Leon Hasty continues to try to do something about the pace of Macauley Bishop. Joshua Graham confirmed on your timing has passed Ethan Jeff Hall. How's Archie Clark getting on? Still the fastest driver out there on a single lap. He's got about half a second to find up to, actually less than that, behind Ewan Charman. It feels like this one's building for a bit of a crescendo and a barnstormer finish, Anthony.
It does. I mean, for Bishop and Hasty, the gap is fluctuating, nothing changing there. It's not really been able to see Bishop really defend or attack or try and push forward much this year, have we? Well, we have sometimes through some of the qualifying heats, but, in the finals, he's always just been able to just get to the front, hold the front, and just drive away. And it's been a bit of a shame, I think, for him as well, because he's not had much of a, and this is no disrespect to any other driver out there whatsoever, he's not had much in terms of competition. It's just been a kind of clean horse race all the way throughout this one. But for the rest of the field, they've had a barnstormer of a year.
They have indeed. Quick swap of positions and then back again between Ethan Jeff Hall and Hugh Moulton there. That's over 4th place, and Jeff Hall feels the need to defend down the inside, and look at that round the outside. Archie Clark, oh, that is superb. That is absolutely superb from Archie Clark. He slings it round the outside of Ewan Charman, threw it in there and made it stick, and that's him up to 6th place.
Yeah, that is a pretty decent move there for Clark. he'll be happy with that one, and I don't think that Ewan Charman's too happy with that one either.
No.
Hand up in the air, just thinking, well, that was unexpected. Let me see if I can do that back.
Indeed, 1.5 minutes remaining on the clock. This is, of course, the last race of any of our classes for the British Kart Championships this year. We've still got our O-plate for the Rotax 177 category with their one-day event up next. There's a penalty that's just flashed on our screens for driver number 22. That's Thomas Ingram Hill, 5 seconds.
Yeah, in-race time penalty, non-contestable, which is a big shame. 1 minute plus 1 lap to go, and that is a chain guard, I want to say, that has just pinged off a wagon. Now, whose wagon did that ping off? Even if it is a change guard, it looked like one. Now, I'm just looking there. They all look good. No, I don't see any that have vanished off any of those carts. Now, what was that pinged off someone's wagon? It was quite sizable. But, yeah, we'll have to check back, see if a marshal picks it up. But 30 seconds left. Macauley Bishop, and the gap again down to 0.3 of a second. If Leon Hasty gets within lunge distance, he's going for it, 100%. I mean, that's bragging rights, I think, after this season that Bishop's had.
Yeah, and for Hasty, already on for a best result of the year. You want to finish on a high, you want to finish with a win, and you want to finish saying, well, I beat the reigning champion. I beat the best driver in this field. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Who else is moving up the order? Joshua Turnbull. It is not a surprise that he's gaining more positions. He's now up 19 places in this race. Has just got past Joshua Smith. Thomas Behrman as well has got through into 16th place past Thomas Min-Spearing. Time is up. Last lap board will be out next time around for Macauley Bishop, who's 1 lap away from completing pretty much a perfect weekend as he's become British champion in yet another category. Anthony, what a driver.
Yeah, indeed. As they make their way out of the final corner, Bishop sees the last lap board now, and the gap still 0.3 of a second between himself and Leon Hasty. This battle here, Graham 3rd, Jeff Hall 4th, Archie Clark 5th with the fastest lap of the race, and after a brilliant move earlier on as well to get into that position, is on the attack, and so is Jeff Hall. Squeezes there, Graham wide as they go 2 wide, wheel to wheel. Clark looks to the inside now again, gets that position done and gets the double. 2 for 1 at hairpin number 1, and Archie Clark gets up into the podium positions here. This is a superb drive from the driver from Kart Republic, and now Kenzo Craigie is trying to get involved, and so is Ewan Charman, and gestures galore from Charman, just saying, what was that? But that is outshadowed really by the championship leader, who came into this weekend uncontested and now ends it. Not since Dan Ginchard in 2021 have we had a double champion in both Junior Rotax and Miami X30. He takes the win. Macauley Bishop is your British kart champion in Rotax in 2023. He will be absolutely delighted with that one. What a season, a dominant performance in both categories, in the junior categories. This certainly is a good stepping stone for his racing career.
And a proper celebration over the line as well, showing just how much it means to Macauley Bishop to be a double champion in 2023. Great run from Leon Hasty as well, who has pushed Bishop all the way today in particular, takes P2 and a first podium of the year in a final for Leon Hasty's best results. Before then, there were a couple of top 10s in there, but that was a super run for the Thule Motorsport driver. Archie Clark finishes 3rd and on the podium. We'll be very pleased with that. Joshua Graham, Ethan Jeff Hall, Ewan Charman, all inside the top 6. Great run from Kenzo Craigie from 6th place on the grid in the repechage, right on the bubble, ends up in the top 10, solidly up in the top 10 come the final. Hugh Moulton's had a good day in 8th, Armand Hamilton in 9th. Aidan Hassan gets a second top 10 of the year in the Wera Tours British Kart Championships. We'll be pleased with his efforts here this weekend. Harrison Crowther, Gustavs Uzakovs, Joshua Turnbull, Thomas Behrman and Thomas Min-Spearing complete the top 15. This, of course, should stress, is a provisional result. There were a few penalties, in-race penalties in that one. Those are not applied right now in this standings. 16th place was Timo Youngling, Lucas Blanford in 17th, 18th for Joshua Smith, Harrison Whitcomb in 19th. Lizzie Mentier holds there in the top 20. Thomas Ingram Hill Brandon Truman, Lewis Goff. Great recovery there from Lewis Goff after a very tricky start to the race. Ends inside the top 25. That is completed by William Antrobus and Kasper Tomilewski. Shun Sekiguchi in 26th, Jack Hobson 27th, Jake Woods, Victor Hansen and Oliver Majewski inside the top 30. Deacon Russell 31st, Reg Haywood 32nd. And let's head down to Kieran Mogg in Parc Ferme for some of the thoughts from our drivers there in the Junior Rotax final.
We are here with our second place finisher today, Leon Hasty. How was that race for you?
Very difficult, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, you were battling with Archie Clark as well. Did you have any sort of issues with that, or was it all okay from your end?
I think it was all right, just focusing on chasing the leader. So, yeah, it went good.
Yeah. And obviously, how has your season kind of been as a whole?
It was difficult at the start, not getting very much good finishes, but by the end, obviously, it seems quite good.
Excellent. And have you got anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mum and dad for support, Tilly Motorsport for the setup and the kart, and that's it really.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on today and the championship as a whole.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, our third place driver should be next, Archie Clark. Welcome, Archie, and congratulations. That was one heck of a race.
Thank you.
Obviously, you weren't really in the top 3 at all until the very last second. How did you come about that?
Well, Josh tried to go around the inside and then Ethan accelerated and then he ended up going wide and I managed to get them both on the exit. It was quite lucky, but yeah.
You're happy to end your year in that way?
Yeah, it's better to end on a high than a low, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. And anybody you'd like to thank in particular?
I'd like to thank KR, Talk, Fit for Performance, Louis for the great engine, base performance simulators, and my mum and my dad.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on today and the championship as a whole. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we've got our championship winner, Macauley Bishop. Congratulations, amazing. How does it feel?
Feels great. Yeah, my main goal was just to finish that race, not get any penalties, just obviously try and win, which I've done, so it's fine.
Yeah, and obviously you controlled the pace the entire way. You had control of everyone you were racing against. That was the plan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I've had loads of practice at it, so I've got really good at it now. So yeah, I just stayed at the front, really good pace.
Excellent. And you got any particular highlights from the year at all?
Kim Bolton, that was a good one, a clean sweep there. And then obviously today, like this weekend as well, a clean sweep here as well, so two very good weekends. Excellent.
Anybody you'd like to thank in particular?
My dad and brother for mechanicking, all of DHR, Darryl and Time Racing Engines.
Excellent. Congratulations. And I believe we have Dan Parker here to present you with the #1 plaque.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Thoroughly deserved double British champion. Well done.
Thank you.
We move on now to Junior Rotax. We had to wait a while for this one, but we eventually got it in the end. Starting with third place, and again, very, very close at the end, just 3.4 seconds behind our race leader. Please welcome for KR Sports, the number 47, Archie Clark. Please collect your hat. Don't forget your hat. Please make your way up onto the podium. In second position, finishing just 0.2 of a second behind our race leader at the end, representing Thule Motorsport from Scotland, the number 38, Leon Hasty. He hastily makes his way up onto the podium, collects his hat. There we go, there's the pun I tried to get out at the paddock show. And then finally, on to the podium. Please welcome not only your British champion in both Junior Rotax and in the Miami category, your race winner, the GP plate for Dan Holland Racing. Please welcome Macauley Bishop! And his winning mechanic, Mason Bishop, onto the podium, please. Thank you so much. Well done, Macauley. To present the winners' trophies, in third position, we welcome Callum Eilert onto the podium to present the award to Archie Clark for third position. Again, a brilliant result. A place that these drivers may end up racing in the future. To present the second place trophy, we welcome Ollie Behrman on to present it to our second place finisher, Leon Hasty. A brilliant result. And finally, Callum Eilert to present the winners' trophy to Macauley Bishop, who sits on that top spot. To award the number 1 seeded plate, we welcome John Ryan back onto the podium to present the number 1 seed to Macauley Bishop, a double champion in 2023 for the Real Tools British Kart Championship, and to present the winning mechanic award, please welcome Dan Parker onto the podium to present that to Mason Bishop as well. A huge congratulations for Junior Rotax. A confused handshake from Leon Hasty. But all is well, smiles galore, and a brilliant way to end the championship. A huge round of applause, please, for your Junior Rotax finalists.